Lobo basketball post-game show continues from Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit. Lobos 80, Spartans 47. What a defensive performance for New Mexico tonight as they strangle the Spartans, one of the top field goal shooting teams in the conference, en route to evening their Mountain West mark. New Mexico's Mountain West mark is now 2-2 on the campaign. Okay, let's pause briefly here for station identification across the 19-station Lobo Radio Network. Lobos 80, Spartans 47, final on the New Mexico basketball post-game show. Okay, it's time for our State Farm Insurance Assist of the Game. There were a lot of them today for the Lobos. In fact, they assisted on practically every shot they made tonight. I think it was it 21 out of 24? 23 out of 28. Yep. Thank you. 23 out of 28. Unbelievable. Okay, so the State Farm Insurance Assist of the Game, when teammates help each other out, great plays happen like this. Loose ball tapped by Pinchuk, controlled by Simmons. Mondragon running the floor, catches out of the bucket. He leaves it for Zakai, who hammers Mondragon with a bucket, and now a beautiful assist for a slam dunk. Michael Mondragon, yes, the walk-on made it an open tryout. The New Mexico basketball roster in his third contest of his Lobo career on the pit floor. He delivers his first bucket and his first assist. That's your State Farm Insurance Assist of the Game presented by State Farm. Get an agent that gets you. We get a timeout. Lobos 80, Spartans 47. It's Lobo basketball from Learfield. Lobo basketball post-game show continues from Albuquerque. Bob King Court owned by New Mexico tonight. The Lobos dominate the Spartans 80-47 as the final. All right, it's time to select our Subway sub of the game. It's brought to you by Subway Restaurants. And who's your selection for the sub of the game tonight, Hunter? There were tons of choices. The Lobos had a bunch of guys in double figures.
It was kind of a toss-up, but because Mathis started, Malawach gets it. Yeah, Malawach gets it because, I thought as a freshman he played a great game at 15 points, 4 boards, and really stepped it up because of Sam Logwood sitting out. But Mathis did a great job.
Yeah, no doubt. Malawach, the Subway sub of the game, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 of them offensive, had an assist, a steal, no turnovers, 6 of 9 field goals shooting, 2 of 2 from long range, 1 of 2 at the foul line. Malawach with his best ever performance in a conference game, and 3 off of his career best. He scored 18 against a non-Division I opponent in the Lobos' opening game of the year, Northern New Mexico. So this, just a tremendous effort. Malawach, the Subway sub of the game. Subway restaurants keep you going on and off the court. Stop in today. Subway, eat fresh. A timeout. Post-game show continues from Dreamstyle Arena after this. Lobos 80, Spartans 47. Lobo basketball from Learfield. Welcome back inside Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit, on the Lobo basketball post-game show. New Mexico throtbles San Jose State 80-47 is the final score. Time for our post-game coach's comments with Lobo head coach Paul Weir. Coach Weir, congratulations on a terrific effort by your team tonight. And I'll ask first about the defense. What was the key to the defensive performance that seemed like one of your best from start to finish?
Yeah, we really cleaned up some things technically over the past couple days. Even today, our shoot-around on the day of the game is usually film of an opponent and kind of breaking down some certain things. And all we did was watch clips from Boise State and clips from practice the day before, just continuing to try to clean up some things defensively with how we guard the ball and where our help and rotation come from. And I thought it was much better tonight. It wasn't great. We have to continue to get better and grow. But there was definitely progress there, particularly the start of both halves. I thought the start of the first half and start of the second half, we came out and really guarded and defended. As the game went on, we had some kind of slippage here and there. We missed some assignments. We let some guys loose. But kind of in the middle of both halves. But overall, it was an improved defensive effort, and it just has to keep getting better from here.
It was really a team effort. I mean, especially in the post area where you had the help side.
Yeah. No, I was just saying in the press conference, when you have to prepare for Arizona, and taking away the post and good post defense on the ball, off the ball, backside help, all that. And I love San Jose State to death, and they got a lot of good size and all that kind of stuff, very similar to Arizona. But, we've spent a lot of practice time on that, and I thought it showed up tonight. I thought our post defense was really good. We didn't let them get the ball inside. We didn't let them get a lot of easy looks. We had really good ball pressure on the ball, and then we had really good backside help as well. So it was good, in that regard, the execution of our post defense.
Yeah, Hunter talked about the on-ball pressure, making that entry pass difficult, being so good.
Yep.
But I thought Joe Fursinger, and I watched for 2 practices, you preached to them about getting over top of that big, and he was so good fronting their bigs. They tried to throw over top of him repeatedly, and they just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, no, and Joe's got really long arms. He's just a long guy, and he looks a little unusual because his legs are so long, and he moves around a little unusually, but he's really hard to throw over the top of because he's just got really long arms and long legs, and he can just kind of go up and cover a lot of ground. He did it against Arizona. First play in the second half, they came out and tried to throw it over the top, and Joe did the same thing against Arizona. So when he's down there in the front, we feel really, really good. It's the other guys we just got to kind of keep improving on.
Yeah. Well, Coach, defense was great, but offense, I'm really impressed. Looking at your assists, 23 assists as a team. That's incredible. That's fun basketball to watch, especially in that half-court zone. It seemed like you guys were prepared for it, having played Boise State. And they played a little zone. They showed more than they played. But
yeah.
I thought you guys really moved the ball well in that half-court set. And of course, it paid off because you guys had 23 assists.
Yeah, we literally worked on it today. They hadn't really played zone all year, and then the last 3 or 4 minutes of their game against UNLV, they went to it, and it really almost won them the game. So we kind of talked like, hey, they've shown it in one game for 3 minutes. We don't know if we're going to see it, but let's go through our zone offense. And we probably spent about 10 or 15 minutes on it today. And really, even outside of that, I thought we had great looks all night long. We just couldn't buy one for a while. We had a lot of clean looks. I thought Dane had some really good looks. I thought Chris had some really good looks. I missed some layups around the rim again. Like, we're right there of just blowing the doors open offensively because we have great spacing, good passing, and I think a good scheme for the players that we have. And then hopefully at some point we'll just start clicking on all cylinders and have a really good offensive team because we have the potential to be one.
Ryan Wellich, a 19-point per game scorer. Got some late, some in garbage time there at the end, but you guys held him to just 5 points, and he had a very difficult shooting night throughout, 6 of 19. How did you defend him so well? And you never let Noah Bauman get any looks, really. And he's a marksman from 3. So talk about that, please.
Yeah, we really talked about just not giving either of them 3-point shots. At the end of the day, we were going to live with Wellich's 2-point shots. We were going to live with Bauman's 2-point shots. But we were not going to be able to live with those guys getting 3s off. Tone gave up one late to Bauman before the end of the half. It was just all on us. It was a mental mistake. He didn't know he was guarding. And Wellich was able to fade some screens in both halves to kind of get loose on the backside for a 3 that we worked on today, but we just didn't execute properly. And really, outside of those points, I can live with the rest. We were able to bring Wellich into traffic and make him kind of shoot contested 2s over our length. And that's what we were trying to really do with him. Take him off the 3, bring him into Joe and Vlad and McQuadge, and make him kind of make tough 2-point shots. And he made some and he missed some, and that was really what we were trying to do.
Coach, I'm going to ask a difficult question because you guys were up by 30, and I look back at your pregame, and you talked about mindset.
Yeah.
But during the game, up by 30, and you were pushing the guys not to take any plays off,
No question. We've talked for the last few days about toughness and just what being soft is and what being weak-minded is and what being tough is. And I'm really proud of these 8 guys. I told them that after the game. These 8 guys I'm proud of. I really am. For them to come out and just fight. And we have to work on that. Like, we have to work on our toughness, on our just aggressiveness, our willpower, all that kind of stuff. And the scores are relevant. And I just kept telling them, the score, I don't care what it is. I just want to see competitive, hard defense and rebounding. That's all we want. We want to be a tough team that defends and rebounds. We're gifted enough offensively that I really don't have to spend a ton of time on it with them. And I'm lucky that way. but it doesn't really change the fact that we still have to become a better defensive team and a better rebounding and toughness team. And I just have to coach that every single possession, whether I like it or not. And they're going to have to learn that whether they like it or not.
I had to look it up. Subluxation is a partial dislocation. That's what the definition of it is for Sam Wildwood's shoulder. We know that he was not available here. You said in our pregame that, you're not sure how long it might be. What is the prospect that he might be available next week when you get Wyoming?
Yeah, I have no idea. Sorry.
So many different things about tonight were so positive. One of the things that I really took from the second half is after he'd been struggling for several games with his shot, Chris McNeil kept repeatedly getting to the rim, doing beautiful things to finish, and then he was able to knock down a couple of jump shots. And the more of your guys that are hitting them, the better that is for your offense.
Yeah, I thought Chris's best possession of the game, he missed 2 free throws at this end, and then he went back and forced a turnover on defense. And I told him that in the next timeout. I really don't care what happens on offense. They can't worry about making shots or missing shots, missing 2 free throws, not making shots. They just have to defend. And if they defend, they're going to play. We have good enough offensive players, I feel as though if we can get the ball inside and we can share it and have good spacing, we're going to make shots. We just have to defend better. And that's really what I'm going to hold Chris and everyone else accountable for.
Coach, Wyoming, they took down Boise tonight.
Big game. I just told the guys, amidst all the other stuff that's been going on, we've in a really weird way found ourselves in the middle of a pretty cool race right now. We have our 2 theoretically toughest games out of the way, at Boise, at Nevada, and now we've got some really big games coming up where it's time to see what we can do, and let's have a little fun with this. Forget what's gone on. Forget anything else. We're right here, and this Wyoming game is an amazing opportunity for us to inject ourselves in the race here. It'll be really fun to do.
Coach, you bring up a key word. That fun factor. I mean, that's what we talked about, after having that kind of a beat down at Boise State, is there a fun factor after that? I mean, can you just put that behind you, knowing that you just played Nevada at Nevada and Boise State at Boise State, 2 of the toughest teams probably in the conference. Put that behind you.
No question. I was looking at Colorado State scores earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, and they lost to Boise by whatever. They lost at Oregon by 30. I mean, they've had some 25 and 30-point beatdowns, and they've bounced back. And I remember looking at it going, that's impressive. You know what I mean? I've never had a loss like what happened at Boise. I never had one I've never had one that I've always felt like we were in the game, whatever. I've never had one where it's just you just got your brains beat in. And all we've really done over the last few days is work and address it and watch it and internalize it and embrace it. There wasn't going to be a throwaway of the film. There wasn't going to be that never happened. It was no, it happened, and this is why it happened, and let's watch every single one of these. And 2 days ago, we watched how bad our offense was, and then yesterday and today we watched how bad the defense was. And we have to just take it head on and hopefully grow from it. Tonight was a step, but now we got to go get Wyoming, and hopefully that will be a really big one for us.
That's great what you said about the fun factor, Hunter. And what I said to Hunter in our pregame was that I thought this is a type of a game that could be a character revealer after what happened against Boise State.
Agreed.
Were you happy with what you said?
Yeah, I mean, for those 8 guys, I'll be honest with you, I'm really, really impressed with them, and I told them that after the game. I know I say a lot of things, and I know the heat of the moment, but when it's all said and done, those 8 really came with it tonight, and they gave it everything they got. And this San Jose State team was a loose ball away from beating UNLV, and they were tied with a minute to go against Colorado State, and this San Jose State came in here and won last year. So, we can talk about all kinds of things. The reality is those 8 went out and got a good win against a good basketball team, and I'm proud of them for that.
Well, it was 11,000 that got to see it tonight.
Yep,
Congratulations.
thank you guys very much.
Congratulations. Great win for the Lobos tonight over San Jose State, 80-47. Your post-game coach's comments with Lobo head coach Paul Weir. Time for us to pause on the post-game show from Dreamstyle Arena. Lobos 80, Spartans 47. Final Lobo basketball from Learfield. 80-47, the final. The Lobos beat San Jose State in Dreamstyle Arena, the Pin tonight. Bank of the West continues its commitment as the Lobo three-point basket sponsor. After every game, they donate to Special Olympics of New Mexico, and for more than 20 years they've done that, contributing over $100,000 to Special Olympics of New Mexico as Bank of the West's proud commitment to Lobo athletics. Okay, it's time to select our P&M Reliable Player of the Game, and per my partner, Hunter Green, the game changer for the Lobos is Anthony Mathis. The ball comes to Chastain. They'll try to lob it on the block, and it's stolen away by Thurston. He finds Mathis in transition, and Anthony will lay it in as he raced past well into the rim and scored a beautiful outlet by
right, Joe Firstinger.
Mathis, terrific night. The P&M Reliable Player of the Game. P&M delivers reliable energy to you 24/7. We're committed to community partners. We add cleaner resources, including more solar and wind energy. And we're building a strong, sustainable energy future for New Mexico. Talk to us at pnm.com, where you can manage your account and learn how to save money on your electric bill. Anthony Mathis tonight, spectacular. 12 points, 6 rebounds. Mathis with 1 assist. In 23 minutes, Mathis was turnover-free. Anthony knocked down 2 3 balls. Anthony Mathis is your P&M Reliable Player of the Game. Lobos 80, Spartans 47. Final back after this. Lobo basketball from Learfield. 80-47. Yeah. Let's say that again. 80-47. The Lobos rout San Jose State in Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit tonight. Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino, your home for winning entertainment, including simulcast racing. That's Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Lobo basketball postgame show wraps up from the legendary Pit. And Hunter, this was just comprehensive effort for New Mexico here tonight as they get 5 to double figures. The true freshman Malawat 3 off his career best, 15 to lead his team. The Lobos get a dozen apiece from Chris McNeil and Anthony Mathis, 11 from Anthony Jackson to go with 7 assists. Firstinger with 10 points, 9 boards, 5 steals and 2 blocks. The Lobos assist on 23 of 28 makes. They shoot 47% floor, 36% deep, and they hold San Jose State to 31% field goal shooting and 27% from three-point land. The bench outscores the Spartans by 21. Points off turnovers is just ridiculous, Hunter. 28-1. And they dominate a team that was the 3rd largest in terms of pure size in the nation. 30-22 in the paint and 20-0 in fast break points. That's a heck of an effort tonight.
Well, I thought Firstinger set the tone defensively in the paint with his long arms, his front denial. He got some, tip outs, and of course he had blocks, he had steals. I mean, he was a stat stuffer, and I thought Firstinger set the tone.
Could not agree more. Remember, the Overtime Call-In Show is coming up with J.J. Buck taking your phone calls on our flagship station. That would be 770 KKOB, simulcast at 94.5 FM if you prefer digital stereo. My on-site engineer is Michael Carlisle. My broadcast partner is Hunter Green. I'm Robert Portnoy. And Hunter, the Lobos get a little breather now. They wait till Wednesday to take on Wyoming, a Wyoming team that won in overtime tonight. They beat Boise State by 1 in OT. They were picked 7th by the media, but what does anybody know preseason, right? That's a really good basketball team. 79-78, they win at home over Boise State in OT.
Yeah, and Wyoming, I think they're going to surprise the team like they did Boise State. I mean, they're better than 7th. And so that's going to be a challenge for New Mexico coming here in the Pit next Wednesday.
Wyoming, by the way, improved to 2-1 in conference and dealt Boise its lone loss in league play. That puts Nevada atop the conference at 4-0. And the other score tonight of note, Fresno State beat Colorado State 82-79 on the road, while Nevada went on the road and beat Air Force in Clune Arena. During the second half, UNLV is trailing at home 59-55. Utah State leads the Rebels there. Okay, thanks to Casey Wolfmeyer, our producer and engineer in the studios of Learfield. And that's going to do it for us from Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit. New Mexico snaps the little 2-game conference slide. Coach Weir said it. They're right in the middle of a conference race. There's only one unbeaten at 4-0, and that's Nevada. The Lobos are 2-2 in league, 7-10 overall. With the win, the Spartans fall to 3-12, 0-4. Your final score for the final time tonight: New Mexico 80, the Spartans 47. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you from Dreamstyle Arena, the Pit, on Wednesday when the Lobos host Wyoming here in Albuquerque for a 7 p.m. tip, 6:30 a.m. You've been listening to Lobo Basketball from Learfield.